Just go into inventory real quick. Just show you the items I'm using. White Rider and the Cannonball mostly, but we have some other guns. Only Chaos Slam and Salmon because we're not really using that for damage. Double Demon Lights. Primordial Mind Rune with Action Skill Start damage dealt. Sacrificial Skeep. I don't really even need the Skeep though. But there's Poison Bite Claw and has side effect damage, which is what I'm really after. And Wicked Gossip. This is Amalgam. I've not been able to find a better Mismatic Male. Still got this volatile, but not going to use it right now because Amalgam has better rolls on it, and Chaos Trial. Gotta go with hero points first. Start skills. Place one. Does the rain doesn't barely do any damage though. It's the lightning bolts that summons that do all the damage for it. The Geist in the Shell. Wraith Mail for its shield generation. Flawless Edge. Get damage when the shield is full. It decreases when your shield goes down. We got poison damage. Active Decay. I put points in Axe Machina, but we're not really taking advantage of that. I'm not using Bog Down though, because it's not really a point with doing damage from all elements, not just lightning and frost. Toxicity, critical hit damage, actual cooldown rating. Doesn't do that much, to be honest, but action skill cooldown rate is nice. The Spirit Swarm, the blade does companion damage, so it help with that, but 100% of applied status effect, which is a double dip, so you get a lot more damage. That seal is so broken. Swift Death, Haste. We don't need the Arsenal. We got Potent Poisons. Exploit the Weakness. And Contagion, which is going to be real nice. So increasing the damage of your dots. Okay, hero points. I did put points in the strength, but the Spirit Swarm cannot correct. But that's just for the guns and other stuff. Wisdom is Muskets is a dot build. Same with Entombment, because we're using Plague Storm a lot. That's just some. Frank, I've not spent those 106 points. Don't feel a need for that right now. Yeah, more could be nice as of Chaos 100. But this build is destroyed Chaos 100 anyway. No matter. That Spirit Swarm is so busted. And the Plague Storm is quite busted as well. The rain effect is useless though. It's the elemental bolts that do all the damage for it. It's not even. It's like doing over 2,000. Yeah, that's not going to kill any Chaos 100 enemy. No matter how weak it is. I gotta pay attention to Butt Stallion, because if not, they'll just destroy it. You want to keep that map marker on the map at all times, just in case you see a red dot near the statue. I'm using single beam because What's the point of using Dull Beam? It doesn't do that much damage. Dull Beam is pretty useless. If you want one that change the enemy, just use a wire. That'll do more damage than the Dull Beam. Besides, Dull Beam only targets 2 enemies, which is not really worth it. Maybe at game's launch when the chaos level was only 20, but that's no longer the case anymore. Oh, the rock trolls. You ain't doing any more trolling today. Gotta get out of that range. Sometimes that spirit one takes its sweet little time getting the enemies. That's where most of my damage comes from. And the dot itself, the gun was pretty nice though, but Spirit Swarm double dips. I'm trying to get through these as quickly as possible. We're not even doing the elite runs. Might as well do them when they're maxed out and not just waste time when we're taking enemies. The bone crabs. While they're not as much a pain as the evil eyes or the curse crabs, they're still annoying. They're not built for gun damage, so the laser won't be doing as much damage. The critical hit damage is just for the actual dots themselves, and that's a mismatic male. Not the one I want though. I'm just gonna pick it up from cash, basically. Stone Claw. Legendaries worth a lot more money than the other rarities. That's not the case in BL3 though, but Tiny Tina Wonderlands it is. BL3, the price on the gun sits purely tied up to the item score. That's why something like Illusion's Call is worth so much money. Some of the rocket launchers can go up to like $1 million when you sell them. The one thing I gotta worry out is the ones that are immune to the poison status of that, because I'm not gonna get Spirit Swarm for that case. That's why this coil can be annoying. They'll either be resistant to lightning or poison. They're resistant to lightning. I don't care about that, because we're not using a lightning weapon. Although I might use the live wire sometimes. The live wire is best for melee builds, but it's alright for gun-based builds, but it doesn't do that much damage. When you go on that in single targets. Although still be a useful addition if you can already do a lot of gun damage anyway. And I prefer to use that on a Stabbermancer, because Stabbermancer gets extra critical hits chance. But mostly I'd use it from the shadows, which is where it's at its best, because otherwise you can't aim at the head with the wide wire, which means you're not going to get manual critical hits with it. This Bunderhong Symbol is perfect raid boss for the Bladecaller to beat up on. Well, I didn't enjoy it fast enough. That's because I don't have a lot of gun damage. But the cannonball right there is really good for spreading some status on the enemy. It has a huge splash radius and stuff. I'm really just trying these. I should really use a Nightshade. I don't have that in equipped slots, but I have that in the backpack. But this is damage all the time building the Crown Night, not Cryo, the Frost Nightshades that don't really do much in the way of status effect damage. But they can pull off some monstrous damage per second. You also got that Ruby Spy, which honestly overrated in my opinion, although it's still a great weapon to use. It doesn't do that much to bosses, because you're not gonna get. You just need a kill to get its. This is where it's really good. But if you're going against a big enemy, like, yeah, talk about the badasses and stuff. Although I'd still say it's a god for mobbing. But if you're going against bosses, you got stuff like the Vengeance or the Sword Explosion for that. Even a regular encapsulator would suffice. Particularly if you're going against an enemy that's resistant to dark magic, but there's not very many enemies that are resistant to dark magic, other than the 10% penalty you always get with a thing. That's not going to change. If the Ruby Spike can go on different elements like a Frost. When you kill an enemy mob so fast with the Ruby Spike, you don't really need the lifesteal so much. Just not even great at that, because the lifesteal comes from the actual status effect. Not the main portion of damage. Which is the reason wisdom is good for increasing your lifesteal from the dark magic. Son of a witch. Fortunately, he's going to go down like all the other enemies. Yeah, he's pretty much freaking toast. Just like that, you're gonna get wrecked. Okay, go to Bunnog. Remember, it's an armored enemy, and what does the white call it? Excel at poison. Otherwise, in my opinion, this raid boss just waste of time. Because the reason they waste so much time, they don't even drop anything freaking unique. Not even the Maker. The Maker drops a Queen's Cry. To be honest, if you're farming for a Queen's Cry, you just farm the Chaos Chamber loot room. That's what I do for Queen's Cry. This thing's not gonna last. Although if I was smart, I'd use the cannonball against it. Cannonball has like 7,000 in the damage over time category. Highest in the game. Also, if I was smart, I'd just use the. I don't have the time skip equipped. I just use it Wicked Gossip. Even the raid boss, 12 minutes. Chaos level 91. That's an overfull blood bag. That's not important for this kind of build, though. So, what we do, we go to the machines. We go to the sell the thing. Where did I pick up an Ancient DDT? Ancient DDT. Yeah, Mesmeric Mail, Spell Shot, Devil Metric. That's mainly for the Double Knot, which who needs status effect damage for that anyway? I'm going to show you that volume I picked up that I just not pass up. This one here. Spell damage, all damage dealt, area damage. The other two don't matter that much. Melee crit chance. Although companion crit chance be useful because if you're throwing in pixies, the pixies will proc the Double Knot. The wing guns do not because they're gun damage. Gun and melee damage, what I've heard. That's I'm gonna sell it because I don't use the smart armor on a berserker clawbringer. Mosquito mantle, decent utility armor, not as much in the damage as they fixed that, but at least that crossbow is an extra source of damage. It's like 30% chance to double your damage because this is not double dipping the modifiers anymore. Smart armor. Man, I would like the smart armor symbol of that model because I can let's just use laser hand. They'll crit, guarantee to crit when you fully charge it anyway. Although if I wanted to go as fast as I can, I just skip the loot room, but there's still stuff I need for this build. That Mesmeric Mail I've been talking about. Crafted plate mail would be very good too. if it had the right rolls on it. Okay, corrupted plate mail. I don't need the purple rarity items, so I'm not going to pick those up. I'm going to pick up the legendaries, because if I didn't really need the drops, I just skip this whole entire route room. But since I have only that volatile mismatch mail, shouldn't be that hard, because you can only get primordials and ascended this high of a chaos level anyway. You don't get volatiles after chaos 74. Then they'll be all primordials and ascendeds. I wish there was that extra chaos tier though, because this chaos 100 released without the upgrade to the chaos tier. Unlike the other chaos increases. Heck, you could stop at 50 if you wanted to. Just for a chance of ascendeds. Deathless Meth. I can just buy that from the vending machine if I need one. All damage out, melee damage, area damage. Actually pretty nice, because I could just use Splash Shell. Which Splash Shell area damage doesn't have ability damage though. It's sourced from it's a melee. It's sourced from a melee attack, so melee damage is real nice. It's not increased by the melee damage directly though. Although it's based on the damage you deal. Why'd I want spell damage on a Berserker Clawbringer? That was a spell shot. That'd be one thing. Brutal Stamping is real good, but it actually might be nice. Area damage. I want better rolls than that. Though it's not imperfect. That actually might be nice. That keep it times. I'm gonna sell that Diamond Gauntlets because I don't want it. Not really even standing still most of the time anyway. So what's the point? I think I still got items to sell. Because the items I'm not planning to keep, I always favorite. That I can sell. Okay, another Chaos Chamber. PSN. At 10 till 300. I was not paying attention to subs much. I just want to make videos. Besides, I'm not after making money on YouTube anyway. The subs are just my fan base. Basically. I don't even ask for subs either. I just want to have fun. Although I've not even made a build video at all, not even past the last one was the Green Death, and this is exactly the same build. Except I did not put any points in the bog down. If I was primarily using lightning or frost, it's one thing. But sometimes you get that spirit swarm and it'll be fire. That's going to cut that damage in half, which is still going to get killed quick, but that's unfortunate. Why in the heck would I choose Elemental Overflow? Especially on the right collar. Although it usually be the same elemental immunity. It depends. If one of them's dark magic immunity, it's all with that Nova R. Doesn't spawn in every enemy though. Even on intense, these enemies just get wrecked. As long as the Spirit Swarm orb reaches them. I have no issue with survivability whatsoever. I'm doing this much damage. Like that melee build I've been running, where I usually go down quite a bit. Just because you got that curse where I'm real close to enemies where we take the most damage. You know, it's whacking them with a assault battery, causing that lots of dagger tornadoes. Just let those knives fly. This is where that could be a problem. Although that thing just went down relatively quickly, because the white rider does some decent damage. Although the fire rate's not up to par, has a fire rate of 4 and it's an SMG. Although that would be the same case with the regular poison magic build SMG. If you can hit the crit spot with these things, it'd be even better. But I have to rely on RNG for criticals, because still just home in to the enemy's chest rather than the face. Why does that too? Which is why crit chance is nice when you're using those kind of weapons. Which is why I like using either weapon on when running from the shadows. That's a smart armor, but I'm not running a smart armor. Only real worth it if you're using from the shadows, obviously. Which Gearbox actually gives this one more patch. An actual patch. I'm not gonna hit that thing. Spawned way too high in the air. Okay. I'm actually going to bring out a nightshade for this. If that didn't spawn where the White Rider would hit it. So White Riders be weird of those kind of things. Might even not even destroy it before. Okay. Get the old Plague Storm. Oh, I wish I had a Buffmeister use this for, but nope, I don't bring one. When it's on that high of a spot, the White Ray is being weird with those things. Does not hold on the thing properly when it's high air like that. It's just shooting below it. So annoying. The Sockless. That thing did not stand a chance. Going after that symbol was a waste of time. It's all spawned high in the air. Whoop-de-doo. Unfortunately, this wicked gossip does not have a high stats fact chance. Has an 8 on it. I'm just using that melee weapon because it has that Plague Storm Plague Storm enchantment, not anointment. They're not called anointments in this game. This ain't Borderlands 3. Obviously the guns look the same as Borderlands 3 because it's the same engine. I wish we can get crossbolts in Borderlands 3 though. Magic barrels wouldn't make sense though. I prefer magic barrels over the alien barrels any day. Just because the alien barrels look so ugly. That was real dangerous, shooting that cannonball so close to the enemy. Oh, got a lot of Plague Storm and its tendency to just destroy barrels. Plague Storm and barrels. Not a fun combination. Especially those kinds of barrels where they're indestructible barrels. Otherwise, I'd be next map already. Have to wait 20 seconds for that revive. Okay, we'll just use the casual sword explosion. Really, what I should have used on the aspect. being in Primordial doesn't really matter. Although the Ascend would do 20% more damage. Calling it 20% because it's really a 19%. Plus the decimal at the end. Because the weapon stats still each letter are the same as what it would be in Borderlands 3. And Ascended's equivalent to 8 levels above the normal. Wish it was the higher tier than that, because had Mayhem 10 and BL3, that's like 2.34 times damage. Okay, this is all my favorite boss to absolutely destroy. That's where I test out my guns and stuff. See if they're up to par. The most essential for this build would be the White Rider and the Cannonball, but Sword Explosion is real nice too. In fact, the Sword Explosion is just great about any gun build. Although this is not primarily a gun damage build, but still. Besides the sticky bonus and stack with status damage, plus the Sword Explosion is like 16, like would be like 18,000 on the 1,800 on the Ascended. Trial, whose heart is fire, whose heart is wrecked. More like it. Glacial Cascade Ruin. Although Spirit's Home does not like to target Trial at all, which is a bummer. But still. Okay, gonna auto save this crud. So auto save every time we pick up a weapon. Yeah, if I did not go after that, that would have been like 10 minutes. But whatever. Why do I bother picking up these things? So like, really, I don't use the Storm Surge. Find there's better melee weapons than that. Plus, considering it's a Valor, it does not have high base damage. Like something like a William Banshee. I don't really use the Fate Breaker either, because although its effect is good for recovering the ward. You counter cleared. Crossbolt generator. I don't need that. I'm going to sell that. I'm gonna spend every last crystal on this thing. Just go. I can get something that I want. I think that was the Magic Clawbringer version of the Mesmatic Amalgams. Other Keeper Tides, Blank Slate, Stormclaw. What? I don't use a Blank Slate because what is the point of using that thing? Worst thing you can pick up for armor. At least a basic one, though. But it can have those weird effects that it spawns with. I don't know how useful those are. This one increases ability level, which ability damage. Actually, isn't that actually 50 per level? Regardless, it's not really. If you wanted that 100%, you'd use a Buffmeister with the Pacharo. That is the Magic Clawbringer. Just gonna sell that though. Ideally, I would want the all damage dealt on it, and it doesn't have that. Let's just have melee damage, which Deathless, Mantles. That has a 3 in magic bullets, which yay, because that's 75% spell damage added to the gun damage, provided you actually spec in the magic bullets. Why wouldn't you not spec in the magic bullets? Okay, if you're doing pure spell build, but because the spell shot has a double knot, you want to spec in the magic bullets. If you're specking the other one, the blast gas, then that wouldn't be necessary. But in my opinion, the double knot is better, and plus it doesn't lag the game as much as the blast gas does. That's a brutal stampede. Not what I'm looking for though. Obviously not for this build, but that's not what I'm looking for the other builds either. The smart armor. There. You know what? I'm not even gonna follow this route room because otherwise I spend half of the Chaos Chamber in the loot room. even when being selective what you pick up, I spent like 5 minutes in that room alone. Switch to single beam. Besides, what I have is perfectly fine. Not even making any normally at all, because enemies just take longer. I can get crystals faster in Chaos 100 than I can in 90. Get a higher ascended drop rate as well. Although not too much higher. I'm gonna go Red Eruption, not the Frozen Vengeance, because Frozen Vengeance, that thing causes novas, causes the game lag more, and I'm gonna have to get breezing through these anyway. Did you see that? 10 million damage. This is why I'm using the plague storm. Since you're being resistant to poison, I might as well use this thing. Actually, don't need this casual sword explosion. I'll try to use the ruby's spite. Yeah, I'm not really. I gotta kill the things with gun damage. So that's a no-no. Why did I even think of using the ruby spike for this build? You gotta get kills with the gun. Even if it was the Buffmeister's damage that killed it, that would still apply. Buffmeister's bonus damage would still proc the kill skill on that thing. Has to be a source of gun damage to do that. And there's no spell that does gun damage, no melee weapon that does gun damage, or even benefits from it, for that matter. Which would actually be a nice melee weapon for gun builds, because normally you're not using melee weapon for utility if you're using guns. Or just simply proccing echo. So I would have to give you a choice of melee weapon when running something like a Spore Warden Spell Shot, or whatever else you want to run. Stabbermancer can boost multiple sources of damage. That's a gelatinous cube. Nice DLT damage there. kind of should have done this though. Time was running out on the moats. Although killing him in less than 1 minute. I'll try this again. See if I can get it. Oh, not quite. I almost did it, though. Okay, I got it. Pick up that direction. Gelatinous cube. Although I'm just gonna discard it anyway. At least if I'm discarding it, I'm discarding it for cash and not gonna leave it on the ground just because. I'm going to use the cannonball because this is a mini washroom and enemies are basically all close together in this room. The cannonball is nice as that. Has a big blast radius, so. Although you might want to get one that has a 900 area damage radius rather than maximum damage. That's a corrupted plate mail. That's a red hellion. I actually picked that up. Potent poisons. Okay. Why did I decide to do the crystals? But I'm just going to do one more loot room, and all the others I'm just going to simply pass. Since I already went after Run Hog symbol, might as well get the extra crystals. Titan tooth. Stupid barrels. My gosh. And this place home has a wide range. Not for these stupid barf worms. All those things do is waste enemy slots. Although I really should not be in water with this status build. Does it even matter though? No, it does not. Status damage does not increase the damage dealt by the water. I'm going to check out that Catatombo. I don't believe that's actually max damage. I've never seen one of those as a Sukoff either. Sukoff's just Masher from Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. And it gives off that suffix. The prefix comes from the enchantment. Anointments in Borderlands 3 did not come with a prefix or a suffix. Oh, sacrificial skeep. Although I'm barely taking any health damage. That's why I don't necessarily need that sacrificial skeep. Although it's just a safety blanket if I ever go down and there's no enemies near me. Okay, the boss. Dragon Lord is the boss for the Chaos Chamber 99. Yeah, you have to go through these, like, I believe you have to do it 100 times for the first character you do these as. Oh, Summer Boss was absolutely destroyed. I think it's the full 100 when you do it with the first character. Then it's the, you get that catch-up mechanic. That only works to level 50. You get 5 chaos levels for that, and therefore that would be like, although it just get chaos level 1 for the first time, that is basically 61 times. If it worked beyond level 50, it'd be like 21 times, but that is not the case. Which, that would actually be real nice if that was the case. You don't have to do these like 61 times for subsequent character. At least it's not like the Apocalypse tiers from Outriders. Man, those, it takes like almost, I believe if you're going through chaos, the Apocalypse tier 0, 1 to 40, that's like basically 1 week. You get that. If you're doing it non-stop, I say it would be a week. Although doing this, even if I had to do this 100 times, it only like take a few days to reach the max. Dedicated drops for Bunny Hog or the Frozen Orb and the body room. Wish I was limited to selling just one-side market junk. Because I could basically just sell these all at once. That's not the case, you just have to mark them with junk. Which, really want to do that for every freaking weapon. I'd have a bigger mag for the Hellion, because otherwise you're just reloading near constantly. With that fire rate and it's not so big mag, you're basically looking without magazine boost. You're basically shooting for 1 second before you have to reload. Although during that time the enemy's taking a bunch of damage. Okay. Smart armor, and that was a double knot. You want as much points as in that skill as possible for the armor. Of course, I'd been nerfed that once because it was 7 per level. It's 4 per level. Even then, it's still so overpowered. Not only it's actually getting the gun damage boost, it benefits from all damage dealt, which makes it even better. That's the key of tides. All damage dealt, spell damage, but not as many points in the magic bullets that I'd like. The other 2 skills are just extra. If you're getting close to enemies and you hit them with a melee weapon, you choose the follow-up. I believe that skill is. The other one is Arsenal. I wish I could play a new class, like one that specializes in area damage would be real nice. Other maybe like specialize in like physical damage, because physical damage would appreciate that boost. And using that with a Blood boom, you can do some real serious damage. Deathless Mantle, I don't use Deathless Mantle on a Berserker because what does the Berserker have? Unarmored defense, and Deathless Mantle does not work for that. You can see that just by the description. I'm not going to show the description because that means I'd actually have to exit the game. Oh, that's 2, really, but... actually have this, and this is better. For the spell damage, it's like only like 30%. Oh, it says 41.7. That applies to spell damage. 75% would be like gun damage, which would be like 31%. But that does not have a 3 in the magic bullets. So that would be like 24%. No, that would actually be wrong. That would be like more like 25. That's the 41% gun damage. Once you got the arsenal, which would they were like, that's basically a 2% extra. But it does increase spell damage. That would be 2% extra for the spell damage, and be 3 for the gun damage. Maximum health I don't really care about though. If that had spell damage or movement speed, that'd be real perfect. Or two in either one of the skills. Depends on what you're going for. But I believe this is the last time I'm going to go through this Chaos loot room, because I'll be at Chaos 93 after I exit this one. Stormclaw. Most of them are just gonna sell, but I might get lucky and actually drop what I freaking want. What I really want is that upgrade to that Mismatic Mail that I currently have. Not even getting it, because none of them has spawned with us. None of them has spawned with both the Bladecaller or the Stepmaster. So either just getting the Stepmaster for one of those. Selective enemy niche. Well, that's a. They call that a high risk, high reward armor, because it puts a fire status effect on the Fate Maker. See, this Mismatic Mail, that's Clawbringer Stepmancer. What I really want is the Bladecaller. Besides that's boosting Open Thunder, which 2 of them are Clawbringer skills, which are useless for the Bladecaller, as that wasn't obvious enough. I'm actually gonna keep it low. Never know when I might use that sometime. That I'm not gonna use. Same with this Brutal Stampede. Yeah, I'm not gonna use that. Not the right combination class for that. Although I should look at the critical chance and gun damage. No way, I'm just gonna sell that. Calamity, actually nice for fire builds. That's not gonna be a fire build. The Grave on Stepmancer. That's 3 in the Contagion. But Contagion is not what it used to be. It was just infinitely stacked before. If you got lucky, it didn't fit. You could get like billions of damage when dot tick. You can't even get that anymore. Still, I like to use this is a damage over time build, so contagion is just what you gotta have. I'm not gonna spend those 235 extra crystals. You're not really gonna get maybe one weapon to drop. That's it. As things change, no days that actually this you get like 3 pieces of full ready drops basically. So that's probably a 1 chaos trial. Go. War troll. Your trolling days are over, unfortunately. Also, I forgot out of my room, which is doing that stuff. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. That was 1 million damage per tick. Of course, the enemy was just not gonna last. Oh, that spirit swarm just took its sweet little time. And also, that contagion did not proc. That thing would have been down faster if the contagion procced. Was salt, taro, and pepper. That's a note. That's an emote. I already have freaking all of those. Doesn't even matter. I'm not even gonna pick that up. Not even worth much money at all. Because the money does not scale with the. You can't get a chaos tier on those items, which means it's gonna be that same 13%. 13,000, not 13%. Why did I say 13%? Yeah, I just picked buff buddies. It's not gonna matter for these things. They're not gonna live. Gonna get this zombie gunner. Zombie gunner. More like zombie goner. Yeah, zombie goner. Because you are a goner. Curses. Bloodstain. I've not even been choosing curses for these chaos runs. I'm not in the last chaos level. I'm not going to even bother that. Get rained on. Some poisonous rain. That does barely any damage. Practically none because it's 2,500 per tick. Not going to do anything to these enemies. I'm going to check that legendary drop. Spellblade Assassin, Echo. Any reason I should pick that up? I'm not going to pick that up because reasons. Don't even need it. It doesn't have an element. I'm not going to pick it up. Anything that does not spawn with that spawns an element that does not have an element. It's not, don't even bother picking it up. There's no amulet that boosts physical, or no enchantment that boosts physical, just basically gun damage. The only way to increase, you can't even increase its damage with a Universal Soldier, because Universal Soldier boosts gun damage and not melee. Oh, got these toxic clumps. Spot. And toxic scuttles, which... Not Gold Man. Running poison. Haha, get wrecked, stupid blind piece of shrimp. You got caught in the blast radius as a cannonballer, and that damage over time that you suffered just take care of you. This actually might be better than what I have. It boosts both the status damage and the status chance. And I don't really need the even need the skeep either. It's gonna have weaker stats. That's because it's a blue rarity item, not a purple or orange. Wait a minute, I'm gonna use a blue rarity item on the Chaos, like 93. Well, let's send it in. It's gonna be better than what I have. Plus, that's only has an effect on the rarity only has an effect on the primary attributes, like that was a poison of Bladecaller. Still higher than what I have for the primordial. It doesn't affect those bottom rolls. Rarity only affects the top rolls, but because it's a blue rarity, it can potentially not spawn with the secondary. Still not great than what I have, and survival is decent enough that I don't really need the sacrificial skeep anyway. Something like a protagonizer would be even better than that. It depends if the... I don't remember if the Playstorm's lightning can crit. It does not say it cannot crit. Elemental Pulse cannot apply status effects. Just simply that. Not concerned about that. I don't know what kind of status effect damage the Elemental Bolts would have done anyway. That is Brockenstein's symbol. No, I'm not going to go after those anyway. Unless I really wanted to fight Brockenstein. He's the one that's weak to fire. Although the poison just do like 5% less damage. Negligible penalty like there. Armored enemy, not armored enemy, shielded enemy. It depends on what difficulty you're playing at. Relaxed, 10% damage penalty. Normal, 20% penalty. And finally, intense, 30% penalty. Mostly affects the shielded enemies. Even then, this build still wouldn't last long. Even with the inherent enemy damage increase and play damage decrease. The best one to choose if you're simply just going through these chambers, not up the chaos level, you just put it on relax, it make your life a bit easier. Besides, putting it on intense just increases the gold and moon orb drop number. Not something to be concerned about. You can carry so much, only carry so much moon orbs. Where's my other element so I can destroy this thing? Thank you. Happened to be one that was resistant to poison. Ones that are resistant to poison are immune to the status effect. Doesn't matter in the case of the spirit swarm, but normal status effect it would be useless. And the spirit swarm does increase the Plague Storm's damage. Is not counted as his ability damage. Well, most of those types of abilities would be benefit from ability damage, but not all of them. I'd have to say benefit from ability damage. Most of them do, but not all of them. Stuff like the Devil Knot. Every time you get a crit with a spell, you get bonus, get an extra attack that benefits from gun damage. And as we know, a spell shot will accumulate a lot of gun damage. Has been like that since the launch. Even more than the small one, which specializes in gun damage. In actuality, the small one can get actually a bit more, but a lot of it to do with that aim down sight skill. You can get that like up to 102, provided you got all 10 stacks. And those stacks just take a while to accumulate, and if you stop aiming down sights, you lose all those stacks. So freaking stupid. Because every time you like reload to cast a spell, that bonus is gone. It'd be one thing if the stacks just like disintegrated slowly, but not the case. If you losing, yeah, whatever. If it was you just simply gradually lose stacks after you stop aiming down sights, that'd be one thing. Or if it didn't, stacks and just instantly go away every time you loaded the gun. And you will be loading the gun. unless you got a last gas on hand. But even then, you gotta have a big enough mag size. Something like a donkey will help with that. Plus, the donkey's quite powerful gun as is. Less so if it spawned with crossbolts. Say crossbolts, but really star blade stuck to the enemy increase melee damage. Oh, unfortunately, got another one of that. Although the Bladecaller does not increase the Bladecaller power does not increase the damage of the spirit swarms. But having that extra status effect chance makes it easier to proc the spirit swarm. Okay, we had to finish enemies with melee damage. That's obviously going to be failed. Frying pan. Nice utility weapon. It protects you, and if you get overwhelmed, you just equip that weapon. I don't necessarily need it. I chose Crouching Darkness, not the roguelite, because we're just simply breezing through these chaos chambers, and we're ignoring loot roam from now on. I might take a look at the legendaries that drop on the ground, though. Would be nice if I can get a double roll on the status effect damage. Cause that means more contagion damage, more spirit swarm damage, more damage over time damage in general. And status effect chance is not super important anyway. It just simply makes it easier to proc the contagion and stuff. Besides, I have status effect chance on the rings, which are the demon blights. You've got this Virulence skill. Virulence. That does not actually increase the status effect chance, but that's a status effect damage. Both of these increase the status effect duration. I wish this would boost the status effect damage, though. So that makes that skill even better. Usually that duration is not important for the most part. Both of these rings right here, that's like 20. That's like 52.6 for the status effect damage. Almost 60 for the status effect chance and duration. Considering it's a poisonous status effect. And that increases the status effect damage and duration on action skill N. So that's just a damage booster. Really, I'd rather have a spellcast version. It's only a 15%, but with the cooldown on the spell that is like 11 seconds, that is basically going to be up all the time. As long as you're casting the spell. Because pretty much the cooldown is going to be lasting 10 seconds with the hero points alone. Yeah, that just 10% increase in spell cooldown. Basically, that's going to be up all the time. It's only a split second where that wouldn't be. So over the 10 seconds. So that's a 10% cooldown. 100% cooldown would basically be half the cooldown rate. Would be half the cooldown time. I said rate. Half the cooldown rate would be, that'd be like 23. That would not be cool. That was a badass Goblin Guard. Get wrecked. It's just because it's there, I'm going to say it. Otherwise, I'm not going to say it. Wouldn't say it in normal talk. This is gone in Borderlands series called the B word SMG, which I'm not going to say regardless. Geist in the Shell, plus 3 skill. I believe that actually does proc status effect, but I'm not sure. Sometimes those skills will actually be weird with that. Hopefully YouTube keeps all the footage. Most of the footage has 0 viewers. They tend to like discard, which sucks. Although I just want this to be permanent. Sometimes people will just watch these after the actual live stream has ended. Okay, that thing just dropped 2 legendaries. That is amazing. Better than what I could get from a treasure chest at the end of the chamber. Oh, that dog is barking. That's annoying. Stop, Daisy. Stop barking. Obviously, I was not talking to any of you. I was talking about that dog. Oh, but Santa's statue was saved. Yeah, I just wasted a charge for that spell. Doesn't really matter. It's 4 o'clock Eastern time. That mountain troll did not even live. One shot. Did not even see the damage number over there. That's probably pretty much over 2 million, I believe. Million is a lot for Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Not so much a BL3. Because the BL3, the max level is 72. Plus the plus the Mayhem levels. The Mayhem 10 is basically a damage equivalent to a level 82. Highest you can go for a weapon is highest is 40, but for an ascended piece of gear is equivalent to plus 8 in the level, so that's you're getting a damage of 8 levels above, which would be almost double the damage. Things are a little different from the accessories, but the same can be applied to the shields. Because the shields can also be like almost double. Unfortunately, that is not the case for the health portion. Because you're stuck with the base health of level 40, even though the shields technically are level 48. Okay, next update, mythical tier added. Equivalent to 10 levels above the actual listed level. That would be nice to get through the health bar of Chaos 100 enemies. Plus that'd be even higher stats on the armors and stuff. The Plague Storms are gonna rip this guy a new one. Goodbye. What's the timer on the thing? Not the elapsed time. 11 minutes. Actually, I said I was not going to check these, but maybe I can get something, an improvement to what I got. Universal Soldier, I'm not after that. That's a double gun reload speed. That's a fire grade 1. For grade 1, really, all you really want is the dark magic damage. There's no point for the other things. There is, but remember the grade 1's obviously dark magic base class. Oh, I decided to go after rings. It's a thumb cuffs. Ring farming is a nightmare, though. This is so many things you can So many things that it improves. It's not even funny. Fingertip pulse. If you're running a deathless build, that's what you might want. Because that's, you always be a 50% boosted whatever it's on the thing. That's a carouser. That's not even a max damage. Max damage, I believe, like 4,500. Oh, 4,300, because I don't think that thing can get a stronger bolt on it. None of the barrel parts increase the gun damage. Let's say technically that'd be a bow gun. Because it does have a barrel that shoots cross bolts. Because there's no weapon type that's called a crossbow. They call them crossbow weapons. Okay, someone requested at a friend request. Oh, I have one more thing to sell. Some purple and legendaries. They're all favorited though. Okay, goodbye. I'm just gonna leave that loot behind. I don't even need the money for this character anyway, because I got all the SCUs for this one. Chaos level 95. 5 more to go. This will put me up Chaos 96. Next one is 7, which will be 2. Yeah, that'll be 5. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How am I getting that? Like, I got 10 million on one Plague Storm bolt. So that ability damage on the armor really helps with that. Perfect one would be like all damage dealt, movement speed, and ability damage. Almost fail at that too. I was like down to 1 second left on the keep the fire sprite alive. $700,000 on that. I could actually go up to 1 million on the protect for the Spirit Swarm. I'm not sure the Spirit Swarm is increased by commanded damage. Although it says Spirit Swarm Companion on it. Party time of Spectral Vengeance. Well, I'm not doing the loot room anymore, so I'm just gonna skip all that. Party time might get some legendaries. If I'm lucky. Spectral Vengeance is just gonna be nuisance what I'm trying to do. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Spawn, you stupid mobs. I did not say kill me, you stupid barrel. Barrels are this game's worst nightmare. See that? That's where that party time comes in handy. It's a rogue imp. Wish I hadn't nerfed that thing though. I'm just gonna pause it a little bit. Worthless. Oh, the wyvern newts. You tried to explode on me. Not today. That thing did, but that thing does not kill itself when it does that, though. Unlike those explosive mushrooms. Didn't even need to feed it that time. That was 53 seconds for that. For the next one, the other one was actually the curses, but did not even choose that. It's for not after crystals at this point. Oh, the king. More like the fool. Really, you're immune. Would you stop doing poison damage? It's not even doing anything. At least that dark magic though. Knowing this thing, it's not that bad. But it had to be immune to poison and Diamond Guard. Might want to pick those up for this kind of build. It's got the right enchantment to put on it. Like the B-roll enchantment. Yeah, that enchantment that I have on the fish. That's a laser hand. Not very good rolls on it. Who needs critical chance on this thing anyway? Spell charge is actually nice for that weapon because you have to charge it anyway. Unfortunately, the spell charge increases the cooldown on it. But besides the point, I got one on the other character anyway. That has both the cooldown rate and the spell charge. I don't like having the spell charge on the conjured spell. Actually, real nice for the spell shot because you got that capstone there where you get it has a cooldown of 5 seconds. Fine. That's what the spell charge is there for. But for every spell charge you have on a spell, it increases the cooldown by 20%. Which actually is kind of considerable penalty. And those are good for shorter fights. But for longer fights, you want that cooldown rate. Group of the path symbol, ignoring that. Although I can just do enough damage with the Spirit Swarm. I don't think the Spirit Swarm can break when it does that puzzle thing. Well, yeah. Oh, those are stupid barrels. That Plague Storm especially is terrible with that. They'll just destroy the barrels in a wide radius. Which is why I'd recommend you avoid the rain area. If you're running that action skill. Mm. Oh, you're gonna be my nightmare? Okay, you're finished, Nightmare. I just let that Spirit Swarm and the regular dots do all the work. Of course, it drops all these legendaries because it's one of the featured runs bosses. The other one is Banshee. Regardless if it's on the featured run or not. That'd be nice if that was had the White Collar instead of a Sabermancer. Has all damage out. Although it does have nothing else. That was 13 minutes. This would have been super good back in the day. Not as much anymore. Back to the entrance of the chamber. Let's see what that is. I thought that might be a birthright, but it was a Torg. You all know Torg doesn't make birthrights. Chaos Chamber 96. Looks like we had to destroy. This is 3 Dragon Lord statues. This is feature run. First 3 would be one. The last 3 would be the other. It's always like that. And it's always the same run for each chaos level. Or should I say each specific chaos level. Get rid of this Flame Rider. Why was one of them nasty spill? I don't care. I was never going to choose it anyway. The other one was Anarchy. The accuracy and recoil problems aren't a problem. It's just 20% more damage, and this thing locks on the enemies anyway, so recoil and accuracy are no object. This thing barely has any recoil anyway. Oh, that thing just got burnt. Same with that toxic bloop. Although these things are stupid. Go away, you barf worms. Waste of freaking time. I wish that one was about sailing and not the crystals, though. We've been skipping the loot realms for these past two chaos chambers. Looks like there's two legendaries on the ground. What are they? Prohibited judgment and a silicone ring. No, we're just gonna leave those on the ground. Not even gonna waste time picking them up. Treasure chest might be nice for this version. The other one was Dragon Lord. Choosing Dragon Treasure chest is the only other one. I'm going to use a cannonball for this room. Just don't bounce back at me, you stupid cannonballs. So I have those things bounce it back at me once. Many times. It's not fun. We've got a troll jailer. Nothing. That was absolutely nothing. That's a pincushion. Kind of took its time with that, unfortunately. Sometimes it happens because it's just a PS4, not a PS5. Zombie gunner, zombie goner. Okay, these next three ones will be the fire sprite. And of course these trolls are tanky. That's a shark man. That's only ability damage though. Mostly what you're looking for on the shark's bane is gun damage. Because for some reason, that doubles up on the gun damage. Not the other types of damage. No other ring does that. Well, except for the fealty oath. Although that's really supposed to be doing, really supposed to do that in the first place anyway. Because there's a chance they'll double up. But the shark's bane is bugged for the gun damage, and yet you get the 52.6 on the gun damage. The other ones are 26.3. One thing I do wish that, I wish that the actual ring would do a lot more damage than it currently does. Because even with the full poison and full status effect damage, that's only like 3,000 a tick. And that's on relaxed. On normal or on balance or intense, that'd be even lower. This is a wicked gossip. Yeah, space cooldown is actually 12 seconds, but by default it has a 10% less spell to cooldown. That's because epics and legendaries have that by default. Base 12 seconds would be if it was a white rarity item. Hopefully there's no indestructible barrels in that range of the Plague Storm. Doesn't sound like one. I don't hear any barrels going off. Maybe I put it in the right place where the barrels don't even go off. I don't know. Or already set off one of the destructible barrels. Which I think that would like to be the case. That's a destructible barrel, even though it almost looks like an indestructible version. This is actually Borderlands. I don't know why when you choose the ammo refill, the spell charges automatically go down to 1. That is so stupid. It doesn't do that for the action skills. Why does it do it to the spells? Although there's only 2 action skills that have charges. One of them is the barrage, the other one is the fog totem. That's a smart armor. Which Falconer normally would drop those on occasion. Because it is a dedicated drop at Falconer. Although I recommend you use that armor only if you have a Stowmancer with from the shadows. That's a bolt lash. Cooperation mode means everyone gets their own loot, which everybody gets their own loot. That would be the default on Outriders. You can't really change it in Outriders. It'd always be instanced to 1 player. Chaos 97. Should I go for all the raid bosses for the last one? Maybe. Okay, we gotta protect Old Butt Stallion statue. I don't know why they want to destroy that statue for. It's just a statue. It's a statue of one of the enemies, maybe. That's why they want to destroy it. Why they want me to destroy a Dragon Lord statue. I'm actually going to let that destroy the Santerra. And this is going to be so annoying because... Oh. Which they actually would suffer from the poison side effect, though. So, if it wasn't doing that much dot damage with the wire, I should not be having 3 poison weapons. I'm going to use the vengeance of the last slot. I don't believe the toxic version of those shrimp-like things are immune to actual status effect, but they are resistant to the element. Encroaching darkness, because the other fine was nullify, and who wants nullify? You stupid breacher. That barrel is gone. Why'd you auto aim at that stupid barrel? Not the right place for that. Goodbye. At least this is in general area where the statue is. I'm just going to take care of what enemies try to destroy it. So whatever enemies decide to be cowards and just run up there for no stupid reason. Yeah, you are going to break in. Get wrecked. So barrels actually do so much damage to the enemies. Of course me, but also does a ton of damage to the enemies. I don't like it when the enemies are spawning slowly like this. It's just wasting time. Wish this fan would actually stay in my ear. That'd be great. You are certainly a stupid coward. You hide on the ground like that. That's so you won't take any damage. Come out and fight like a man. Let's see how that statue is doing. Statue's actually doing fine. Go fight me. Don't even think about trying to attack the statue. It's me that you want. Okay, I pressed square at the right time when I was just falling down. Okay, we got virulence there. Extra satisfaction, extra spatter pack duration. I'm gonna cannonball this area. Gotta watch out for these cannonballs, they just bounce everywhere. If the enemy's not gonna take me down, it's just my own damage. All that for the barrel's damage. I did not even face that one. I think that was Oculus. Drop a Pandematium, but that is not actually a parasite. It's one of the parasites dedicated drops. Plus, parasite also drops the wizard's pipe. You gotta be careful with this gun because it has a big area radius. Maybe I shouldn't be using this because the enemies are getting way too close to me. Oh, I just actually got hit with those giant hammers that swing around on the whatever that thing is on. Kind of like a pendulum. Well, that was super fast. On to the next room. It's gotta be the last room before the boss. Chaos 99's end boss is Dragon Lord. It won't be with this one though. I'm gonna go after that quartz crystal real quick. What's ever in that thing. Those things seriously just try to knock me out of the sacred ground. It's not fun. There's always the worst ones that have this modifier on in the feature. Not featured around the Chaos Trials. Okay, we're going to the boss. Whatever boss it is gonna get wrecked. It's all a chance. Honestly, this thing's not gonna last long. Oh no, that was not very smart of me. Unfortunately, there's no map to really help you on this. It's just basically a radar. That's all it is. Stupid barrels. So all it had to be is those stupid barrels. Definitely not the water. The water doesn't actually do that much damage. Has to be the barrel. Well, there's only 2 more left of these. Thank goodness. Other junk I don't need. Goodbye. Back to Butt Stallion's castle, basically. $98. 2 more of these left. This one I'm currently on, and the next one. There is a chaos trial for Chaos 100, but even if you do win, it does not go any higher. You can only really access it if you're currently below Chaos 100. Not simply just reach Chaos 100, but if you have access to Chaos 100, but you have on Chaos 99 or something, you can actually do that. It'll be always the same, and you don't even have to worry about the DLC bosses getting in the way. So I know some of them, like Fire Door, especially. Who wants to fight Fire Door on a boss run? Nobody does. Regardless of what Fire Door fight it is. It's just gonna make the boss run, or whatever run it is, way longer. Well, I happily choose Charson Magic. I have a big shield now, and that's awesome. Oh, these are going to be finished enemies with melee damage. Whoopsie-doo, that's automatic fail. I'm just running around and killing these bad guys. That's all I gotta do. And those send the bar forms every time those things are killed, so... Of course, that stupid cloud, I'm not gonna go near it. Don't go anywhere near those things. Those things just cracked. Yep, I just stayed way away from them. Of course, there were crystals under it. It's not even worth it though. So all you're gonna get is like 100 crystals or something. Not worth the going in to save your soul over. Goodbye, Thunder Eater. Trolls will always be trolls. They troll you with a big size and they just get in your face. Sometimes you can't even move. The ultimate troll. Love it when the enemies are grouped up close together. That means fast clears. Yeah, that was very, very freaking stupid. 30,000 shield and what happens? That barrel's cloud of whatever just instantly put me in Save Your Soul. So freaking annoying. What's worse is they actually scale off of status effect damage. In the Bladecaller, just a ton of it. Not necessarily a ton of it, but it's mostly the wisdom stat and the rings. The gargle snot can be annoying sometimes too. Not on the level of Hogwarts or Physicals, though. That's a Curse of Malice. Nice spell right there. I did not feel the need to pick it up though. It's actually the only spell that you can down yourself with. Which all the other spells you cannot do that. If you like point blank and the enemy and you fire elemental blast, that will not do that. But with the Curse of Malice, that will. Of course, being a Torg, what do you expect? Explosions. It's the only Torg spell in the game. Although it functions like a Conjurer spell, because it is a Fire and Forget. Saw me, Rifleman. Saw me, Rifle Wrecked. You're barely even a man. You are a dead man. Alright, appreciate it if they were high XP enemies. These aren't. Because that clearing pattern is based off of the XP. The more XP the enemy gives, the more of that bar it will fill. Does not include the XP bonus from the chaos level though. It's just general XP gain. Something like those cursed crabs would get the most. Same with the mountain trolls, because they give the same XP. I don't believe the level of the enemies actually matter, because if that was the case, the expert would be going even faster. Nice one, that Plague Storm. Combination of Plague Storm and the Spirit Swarms. Okay, side objective completed. All other objectives completed. We'll finish before time runs out. Try to get rid of as many enemies as I can. Oh, it's a ball of Cyclops. And those hyper tense Cyclops explode on me. Gonna get more action skill. Get rid of this brigand for me. Thank you. Well, that was kind of my fault because I did not see the bell trying to go off. This is why everyone hates these barrels. Splash damage builds. This build especially. Solar battery will destroy those as well. So that dagger storm. I believe that dagger storm also does area damage, which makes that even better. Okay, this is son of a witch, but like the last time I fought him, he's gonna go down. Is he gonna be a coward and just do nothing? Okay, you decide to hide. At least that spirit swarm knows where you hid. Trying to hide. Goodbye, son of a witch. It's nice seeing you. Okay, the next one is the last one, before Chaos 100. 11 minutes. Okay, Daisy's barking again. Like she always does. And let's increase your stats boost. I can't even read that. Disappeared before I even started. That's a frostburn. It's a blue rarity weapon, blue rarity spell, but it's actually a really good one. Good one in the sense that sends many Hydras. Perfect for your companion builds. Okay, this is actually the last one before I max out the chaos level. Finally. Do I want to move to this next one? It looks like they had to, because enemies weren't showing up over where that other sacred ground was. Cost me some time. Goodbye, Wyvern Bomber. So long. I hate these random barrel explosions. Bane a lot of people's existence. And that's not cool at all. I'm actually... Yep, I'm gonna try to fight all these raids. Unfortunately, that got me. Yep, that was destroyed. It was stop at the same health it had. Ugh, I'm gonna hate this. Nasty spell. Yes, 69 crystals. I tell you, nasty spell and these sacred grounds do not freaking mix at all. At least nasty spell actually does damage to the enemies. Okay, we got Wraith Mail. Okay, this time we're actually going to make these all elite. No ifs, ands, buts about it. But that's going to make the enemy stronger. This is the last one, so... long as I can keep my distance, keep these enemies far away from me, I don't have to worry about the nasty spill. It wasn't the sacred ground. Okay. Okay, we got Loop of the Path. Toxicity, that which means more critical damage, more action skill cooldown rate, more companion damage. Wow, got one thing first, I gotta... This is why I think these raid bosses are a waste of time, because this. Time spent doing this, I don't think it's even worth the crystals that you get. Got that one down. Especially for that one, that takes longer than the others. At least the one with Thunderdog, if you got high gun damage, you're gonna get that real quickly. You know, I actually want to take another curse though. I'm not gonna take another curse, I'm just gonna spot Stallion. Especially if you're really fighting those bosses, Chaos Chamber bosses. Not having another curse is gonna hinder the fight. Plus, the hards only give like plus 120% for the bonus crystals you get. And that's added to the chaos level, which means that 2,060 plus crystal amount. That's only like 120. Okay, that would have been 2020%. Two fair can be annoying as well. Which that boss was. That's Carouser. I might decide to take that. It's gonna cost the crystals, but it's when you just take a lot of those, it cost huts going up for those. The first one is 208 for Chaos level 99. It's not necessarily enemies that are going to do the most damage, it's the stupid barrels. Plus, I'm not getting hit much anyway. I thought I was far away from that barrel, and I already was. Stupid barrels. Why are they even in the Chaos Chambers? or in the game for that matter. Have to waste 20 seconds for that revive. But after a count is cleared, you actually don't lose them. Do the math. Chaos Undead, that bonus is plus 2,040 if you don't have any curses. Hard adds like 120. That's only like 5% extra crystals. What is even the point? Well, it's better than... You don't get any extra crystals from the other ones, except for the crystals themselves. The crystal chests themselves. Diamond Guard swords would actually be better because that stacks the critical chance and damage, does random element, which means contagion is going to proc more often. Because contagion can only proc once per status effect, and if the new status effect isn't doing more damage, contagion doesn't proc. It has to be a status effect that's doing a separate one or the same one, but it has a higher dot damage. That's how contagion works. Is there? No. There's no crystal. No, not the crystals. All we got left is Barkenstein's Hammer, which it's hard to do, but at least it's not as slow as with the paths. I don't want to go into that explosion. Good thing I saw that explosion before I got too far into it. I've not actually faced a Maker in Chaos on Red, though, ever. Not even once in this game. It's mostly because I can't, with a melee build, you can't really do anything to group of the path. I couldn't even hit the puzzle thing, puzzle phase. As for the spirits one, they'll actually home in onto the boss. Nice, we get 2 in contagion. I'm not gonna be able to fight the Maker. Darn. Wanted you to see that. The old Dragon Lord. This is the last guy I have to face. I'm gonna pull out the old explosion. Oh, there's nothing to save me. Do I really want lost life before starting the raids? Yeah, it's best to just wait teleport before you do the plague storm. If you actually do that fast enough, you don't even have to go through these spectral tramplers. Real freaking nice. Looks like Old Dragon Lord is back, and I'm gonna cast a plague storm. Goodbye, Bernadette. You're going down with your Dragon Lord as well. Time to die. You have lost. Good night. It does drop collected plate mail, so this is dedicated drop. You can also drop it as wall drop, which you would already know that. Which will you want me to fight? This is my dog. Gonna proc the Plague Storm. Cast a Plague Storm with my action skill. Yeah, it's your funeral, butt dog. Weren't gonna get me down. Okay, we got Goop the Path. Goop the Path. Get out of lava. Don't need to be in the lava. Fortunately, there's no other enemies to even get you fight for life from. At least I got my plague stone back. Oh, come on. You're dead. Well, you're finished. Well, that is that. Yeah, your dedicated drop is a possibly group and a half. Yeah, that was the 21 minutes. Finally get the Chaos 100. Unfortunately, I never even saw not Buttonhog, Brockenstein's symbol at all. Should have showed up right there. Okay, we're actually gonna end this, and thank you for watching.